Recent natural disasters, along with changes to the Earth's surface and atmosphere, have called into question mankind's impact on the planet. Many believe that the reliance on and overuse of fossil fuels is a large contributor to the devastating changes we have begun to experience. Various energy alternatives have been suggested, such as wind, solar, hydroelectric power, and biofuels. The purpose of this video is to evaluate the potential use of algae as a biofuel, with our ultimate conclusion being that this technology is not an appropriate replacement for fossil fuels until further research is conducted. A biofuel is any fuel that is derived from biomass. To meet the increasing demand for renewable energy, the application of biofuels has progressed from burning wood to the industrial production of liquid biofuels. Through the use of modern technology, liquid biofuels can be derived from various biomasses, including corn, sugarcane, soybeans, and algae. Microalgae naturally contain high amounts of oil, and this oil can be extracted and processed to be made into transportation fuels. The process by which these fuels are made can be broken into 3 steps: the disintegration of cells, the fractionation of main component families, and the purification of valuable biomolecules. This process is very particular to the different types of algae which are being used. So why use algae? For one, algae has a significantly higher oil yield than what is derived from traditional vegetable oils, such as canola oil. Algae is also considered a particularly flexible resource because it has a naturally rapid growth rate and lacks seasonality, which allows it to be consistently harvested throughout the year. The use of algae also addresses some of the main concerns surrounding biofuels, in that it can grow in what is traditionally non-arable land and thrives in non-potable water. Finally, due to the photosynthetic processes of this plant, it fixes carbon dioxide, thereby reducing the level of this greenhouse gas in the atmosphere. While the use of algae as a biofuel has advantageous qualities, there are serious environmental and economic limitations that prevent large-scale production of algae fuels. This is partly due to the large input requirements that are associated with this technology. The 3 inputs of concern are water, phosphates, and nitrogen. Due to increasing concerns over future availability of clean water, sustainable large-scale production of algae must utilize a species that thrives in saltwater. However, the problem with using salinated water is that significant amounts of water evaporate while algae is growing. Although this water can be replaced with more salt water, this means that salination will increase over time unless it is discharged intermittently. Due to the likelihood of volatile salinity levels, the algae used must be productive over a wide range of salinities. As scale increases, nutrient input becomes an increasing limitation. Due to competition with fertilizer use in industrial agriculture, fulfilling the large phosphate requirement for algae growth necessitates exploring more sustainable and affordable sources. Nitrogen can be supplied in various forms, such as through ammonia, nitrates, and urea. However, each of these forms comes with a different processing, which will need to be adjusted according to the specific system in which they are being implemented. Due partly to these input requirements, the environmental impact of algae as a biofuel is worse than that of oil. Algae consumes more energy, has higher greenhouse gas emissions, and uses more water than other biofuels. In addition, despite the fact that algae fixes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, various studies suggest that the production and use of biofuels releases more CO2 overall than more traditional fuels. Therefore, we believe that despite the advantages of using algae as a biofuel, current obstacles to this technology, including cost effectiveness and a consistent production process, prevent it from being an adequate replacement for fossil fuels at this time. Until these obstacles have been addressed, the implementation of algae as a biofuel should not be prioritized over other sustainable fossil fuel alternatives.